Superman God of Strength Origins, Superman from the Fiery Pits of Apokolips. Clark Kent, a character in his daily life, is incredibly soft-spoken and polite enough for anyone to guess that he is Superman. His connection to humanity is so strong that even in fights with the darkest of villains, he holds back his strength to inflict minimal damage to the surrounding population. Many of the villains exploited his nature and ridiculed it to be soft. Killing is not his style, which can be rephrased from Batman's line from Justice League War, the animated series. You bruise, but you don't kill Clark. With all that said, there are many versions of stories where the Man of Steel did lose his mind or even surrender to evil. The dark versions brought catastrophes to the planet, but in today's video, we will be talking about the interpretation of Superman where he becomes a god. Yes, you heard it right, Superman is in his god mode. This rendition was addressed to as Superman, the god of strength, and was formed by the negative energy of Apokolips mixing with his Kryptonian cells. So, without further ado, let us dive into today's video where we will be exploring Superman, the God of Strength. Before we go into our explanation, we have a very small request. If you like our content, please support us by subscribing to our channel. This small click for you, but for us, it means a lot. Thank you. Let's begin. What is Darkside War? Is that history has been destroyed and reborn in a continuous cycle of destruction and rebirth. Metron, an entity who saw the events of Flashpoint, Infinite Crisis, and Crisis on Infinite Earths as they unfolded, wants to put an end to this cycle. While observing this cycle in the DC universe, he meets the Anti-Monitor. According to the Anti-Monitor, he will not destroy reality, but Metron warns that he has already started eroding reality to the point that Brainiac is already on the cusp of producing a temporal convergence. Metron proposes that they make a deal. He vows that if the Anti-Monitor stops attempting to destroy reality, he will stop watching and devote all of his efforts to returning the Anti-Monitor to his former state, but the Anti-Monitor aims to terminate the destructive cycle on his own. Metron tells Mobius, aka Anti-Monitor, that he would face Darkseid's vengeance if he pursues this road. Omega Beams unexpectedly smashes the Mobius chair, and he declares war on Darkseid. Metron will witness the end of the new God's Age, even though he will lose his conveyance. The age of the anti-god is rapidly approaching. Metron looks up to see that the person who demolished the Mobius chair is Darkseid's daughter, Grail, who is out to kill him. She tells Metron that she will summon the Anti-Monitor to Earth to fight Darkseid. She arrives on Earth, and after stealing the ring of Voltham from the Power Ring, Grail summons the Anti-Monitor to Earth for the epic fight with Darkseid. Origin of God of Strength. When Grail, Darkseid's daughter, predicted a conflict between her father and the Anti-Monitor, Superman and Lex Luthor, still a Justice League member, sought to avoid tragedy. Lex's sister Lena, on the other hand, betrayed the two men by teleporting them to Apokolips using a mother box. Superman and Lex had to work together to live once they arrived, mainly because Apokolips was far away from a yellow sun, which meant Superman's abilities were rapidly dwindling. In a desperate attempt to save Superman as parademons encircled them, Lex tossed him into one of Apokolips' fire pits, believing that the energy would revive him. Superman's body and intellect were blackened by Apokolips' energies, turning him into the God of Strength. The God of Strength used his new strength to kill the enemies surrounding him as well as Lex's armor, leaving Luthor alone on Apokolips as he went home. Wonder Woman was able to use the lasso of truth to bring Superman back to his senses when he rejoined the Justice League in his changed form. As the conflict between Darkseid and the Anti-Monitor wreaked havoc on Earth, Superman entered the fray and temporarily stunned the Anti-Monitor by blasting him with all of his dark energy before returning to normal. When Mobius was abruptly slain by Steve Trevor, who had been infected with the anti-life equation by Grail, the conflict came to an end. Lex and Steve were deprived of their abilities to revive Darkseid as a newborn in the last battle. The conflict was finished when all of the opposing combatants were either killed or scattered. Unfortunately, after releasing the Apokoliptian evil energy during the battle, Superman's cellular structure was irreversibly damaged. Superman, according to Batman, was on his deathbed. Written by Jeff Johns and inked by Jason Fabok, the Justice League comic book series published in 2011 revolves around Superman, God of Strength. The character is first introduced in issue number 43. The story so far has already experienced events like Batman sitting on Mobius' chair and the Anti-Monitor's arrival on Earth. Superman and Lex Luthor have been transported to Apokolips by Lex's sister Lena Luthor using a mother box. The plot opens with Steppenwolf conveying a message to Kalibak about his father needing him for battle. He is at first shocked to hear Darkseid needs him, but later agrees to join. Meanwhile, the newly transformed Batman into the God of Knowledge sits on Mobius' chair and plans to use it to learn more about the Anti-Monitor, which is the only thing the chair doesn't know. The other members of the Justice League ask him to leave the chair, but Batman insists on sitting and calls it his chair. Superman and Lex at present are in Apokolips and in search of a mother box to escape from the planet. Superman tries to use his X-ray vision, but could not see anything past the walls. He assumes they are made of lead. The two are suddenly attacked by an overwhelming number of parademon slaves who have been promised freedom in exchange for Superman's death. Superman and Lex Luthor fight them, but Superman is seen bleeding and comparatively weaker. Lex realizes and informs Superman that it wasn't the lead previously that inhibited Superman's X-ray vision, but the absence of any yellow sun was slowly making Superman powerless. On Earth, Darkseid is brought in by Grail, and the war between the Anti-Monitor and Darkseid begins. The Justice League members try to stop them, but that had no effect at all. Batman learns from his chair that all information about this unknown threat, called Anti-Monitor, is present in the depths of the multiverse, and he plans to visit it. Green Lantern Hal Jordan accompanies him. Back in Apokolips, Superman and Lex struggle to survive against the mindless parademons and attempt to fly owing to Lex's armored suit. Lex theorized that Superman's body needed to be recharged, and for that, he dropped Superman into one of the fiery pits of Apokolips. In a moment, Superman is seen soaring at high speed, saying that he should have killed Lex way before. The negative energy from the fiery pits made Superman dark, and he appeared in a negative color form. This version of Superman is the god of strength. He flies up and in a moment kills every parademon hovering around him. He then lands near Lex and confronts him. He rips off Lex's armor and leaves him to die in Apokolips. What makes this version so dangerous? Owing to the negative energy from the fiery pits of Apokolips, Superman's strength had been escalated by several folds. He has destroyed all the parademons with a single blast of his heat vision. His wrath and unstoppable force is witnessed in several issues of Justice League Darkside War post issue 42. When he returned to Earth, he even tried to kill Steve Trevor before he was stopped by Wonder Woman and brought back to his senses using her lasso of truth. In issue 48, it is revealed that God's strength is also immune to kryptonite. He had managed to phase out the Anti-Monitor with a single punch, who had killed Ultraman. He was later blasted off to his original form by the Anti-Monitor. A detailed understanding of the character's persona is explored in Justice League The Darkside War, Superman, published in January 2016. When Superman had left Apokolips for Earth, he met an alien in an armored suit hovering near Earth. He beats the alien mercilessly and gets him to crash on Earth while destroying property around. He later enters a restaurant and screams in rage when his apple pie is brought late, scaring the people around him. The entire city was getting covered by a black sludge, and when a boy came running to Superman for help, he threw the boy out the window. He even yelled at him saying that he is not an ordinary man. Superman later saves the day from the sludge though. The strength of Superman is comparable to God's, and with the enhanced recharge with the negative Apokolips energy, his moral code is rewired, making him the most dangerous species in terms of strength. Conclusion. And with that, this video comes to an end. I hope you enjoy our articles and learned a lot more about the origin of Superman, God of Strength. The appearance and design for this version of Superman is just a photo-negative version of its original form. It is very artistic and smart in its way of explaining the negative energy of Apokolips flowing inside his body. The coming book series made several other characters, God or God-like, which included the Prime Justice League members and even Lex Luthor. And if you liked our content, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe to us if you haven't already. Have a good one and be safe. Thanks everyone.